Welcome, Thunderbird Nation, to another edition of the Thunderbird Coaches Show. I'm your host, Spencer McLaughlin, inside wonderful Cafe Sabor. As always, great to have you here in person watching the show. For those who are tuned in live, for those who are consuming digitally, we thank you for tuning in as well. I'm joined by head volleyball coach Danielle Jensen and student athlete Mya Banks, one of the new Thunderbirds we'll hear plenty about today. But, Coach, I want to get right into it because you are in off-season mode, and off-season in college sports is, I imagine, very different from when you first began coaching back in the day. How has it been over the last couple of weeks getting the chance to really attack building for next year?
It's been pretty exciting, actually. Like, I love spring because it's a time for us to just really break things down and break old habits and create new good habits. And it's been a chance for us to get to know each other on the court and learn, how we run things, how it's going to work. And so I love spring. It's intense, like it's still busy, and right now we're in our full schedule, and so we don't, get very many breaks, but it's awesome. The work is fun. It's a good thing. So
what has been your biggest priority after your first season going into the off season?
The biggest one was getting a team put together, and so we had to do that really quickly, and I was a little nervous, not sure, I wasn't sure how many numbers we were going to get for spring. We lost quite a few, and when you're rebuilding, you expect that, and but I was happy we have 11 this spring, and so I was excited to be able to get them in there and be able to teach them, what the program looks like, what we expect, and how we need to move things going forward.
In this spring season, from the athlete standpoint, how has it been over the last couple of weeks, kind of getting back into the volleyball flow of things?
I mean, it's been good. It's been fun. It's definitely been an adjustment coming to this program, but just getting into the swing of things, it's been good. It's been a fast adjustment, but just the girls have been so nice and welcoming, and it's just been an easy flow, I would say.
We'll get to a spotlight of your entire background a little bit later on in the show. But, Coach, for those who might not know, talk about what the spring schedule is like and what you guys are really doing right now.
Yeah, so like I said, we're back to our 20-hour week schedule, and so we practice almost every day, and the girls do their strength and weight training just like in season. And in addition to that, we want to make sure that we're getting out to the community and getting involved and helping, but also getting our name out there so that they understand kind of what our program, what we want it to look like, and that connection with the community. That's been huge for us this spring. And so we've done a lot of that. And then in April, the 1st of April, we'll start our scrimmages. And so it'll be fun to get them on the court and they can see the hard work that they've put in and they can finally put it together. And that's kind of the reward. And as a coach, I keep telling people that's the magic of coaching, is you see where they start. And then in spring, you see where how far they've come and where they finish with the games, and it's just so fun, and it gives you momentum going into the fall season. So
I've heard along the grapevine that the Thunderbird Coaches Show is like the preeminent way to get your name out there and to promote your program. That's what I was told.
That's why I'm here today. Yes.
That's what I was told. I was reliably informed by sources deep within the SU athletic department who are sitting right there. And his name is.
Why has it taken you so long to get me on here then?
That is a Regan question. I decide nothing about what we do for content. Want to make that
every other week I am on the show.
Very clear. But
Ernie's is more than just a gas stop. It's your one-stop spot for fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. With locations across southern Utah, including one right here in Cedar City, Ernie's makes it easy to fill up and fuel up. Don't forget, Ernie's is home of the world-famous chicken strips, a local favorite that keeps fans coming back. Proudly supporting SUU athletics and proudly serving our community. Stop by Ernie's in Cedar City today.
So for the off-season, Coach, a lot of turnover on your roster from a year ago. Talk about what that is like to go through as a staff in this modern era of high school recruiting still, but the transfer portal as well.
So that was my first transfer portal that I had to go through, and man, it was intense. And I learned so many things, and I hope that I don't have to go through that again with having to do get as many athletes as we had to. But it was so cool to see just it tested me a lot as a coach, just staying focused on the type of athletes that we wanted in the program that we're building, and just being patient with that process. And it was an intense couple weeks and months at my house and with Camber and Calvin, and but we were able to pull it off, and I'm really excited about the girls that we were able to bring in. And I don't know, I think that it was a great thing for the program just because we were able to start from scratch and kind of just start building. So
Mya, what's it like to be a player in this world where the transfer portal is there and you can basically, if you so choose to become a free agent at the end of every single year?
Of course. I would say it's definitely gotten tougher within these past couple years within the transfer portal, but definitely being able to go and have the freedom to choose your own school and to find the program that fits best with you. It can align perfectly, and it could be the best situation for any player.
What was the process like? I'm very curious about the logistical side of things, of how you're at your school, then you decide that you want to explore other opportunities, then you wind up at SUU. What does that all entail from the athlete standpoint?
Yes, of course. So it just entails that we obviously have the meetings going out of the current school, and then you just move forward within the process of just talking to any school that's interested in you, whether they reach out to you or you reach out to them, and then just finding the perfect match. I think it'll just come along.
Coach, when you go out in the transfer portal specifically and you're looking for new players to bring to your program, what are some of those traits that you're looking for that you want to identify?
We really look at, the program that they're coming from is a huge thing. And then also statistics. We like to look at kind of what they've done in the past so that we can see where they match up to what we're looking for. And then I think the way that they're going to fit within the culture and the program is huge for us. If we can find athletes that will buy in and can work hard and, mold to what we're trying to accomplish, it goes really far. And so that was huge. I mean, we did have a few that maybe statistically looked a little bit better, but it wasn't the right fit. And so I've learned as a coach, you kind of let those go because it can cause more of a problem down the road than, fixing a problem, right off the bat. You kind of put a Band-Aid on it. So, I think just those few little things, and then just the buy-in of the culture and wanting to be here is huge. I think sometimes when you get athletes that are wishing they were somewhere else, you're not going to get everything out of them that you could if you have someone who, is here and wants to be here. So
one season under your belt here at Southern Utah, what's been your biggest takeaway as a coach so far?
I love it here. This place is amazing, and the people that I work with are amazing. The school is fantastic, and I'm just really excited to see. Obviously, we're moving into the Big Sky, and I'm excited to put our program on the map. Building a program, I have to be patient, and it's going to take me a little bit of time. But I'm excited to just get this school's name out there in a positive way in the volleyball realm, because it has so much to offer. I mean, not only hopefully with what we do with the program, but every other aspect of the school is fantastic. So, what
does the player sitting to your right bring to the table?
I love Mya. She has been such a good leader, and Mya brings so much energy and like I said, leadership. She played at UNLV, and so she knows the level that we've got to compete at, and she's just a hard worker, and I love watching her grow. Like she's so willing to learn. So if something's off, she's like, Coach, like, how do I fix it? And that's awesome. And she's just so fun. Like, she's one of the loudest ones when we're playing, and so it's so fun to hear.
She's one of the loudest ones.
She is. Yes, on the court, she is so. It's so fun. I can't wait for you to watch it.
I'll take your word. Is it kind of like the game mode and then non-game mode? Because just sitting here, I wouldn't strike you as being one of the loudest people out there. But are you going to back up what Coach is saying?
Yeah,
I would say so. Oh yeah, every day, right? Yeah, every day.
I see that a lot with a lot of the coaches here at Southern Utah. You watch them during the game, and they're fiery with their players, and they're passionate with officials or maybe other coaches or anything like that. And I talk to them, and they're like the nicest people you could ever possibly meet. Tracy Mason is genuinely one of the nicest people you will ever possibly come across. Unless you blow a call on one of her players driving to the basket, in which case you're going to get a different sort of side. But For this group, how many new players in total for your roster this year?
So far, we have 8 that are here with us. We had 3 that came back from last season, and we have 5 more that'll be coming in the fall. So pretty fresh.
Yeah. So it will be. So it'll be 3. I just did some quick math of 14. 3 of 14 total that were back from last year.
So 3. We have I'm horrible with math. So we have.
I just did it on the spot.
So we have 3 that came back, 11 total. 11. My grand total at the end will be 17 to 18 players. 17
to 18 players, and only 3 returners from last year. What is your favorite part about the way you feel like this group is starting to come together?
The chemistry so far has been something that in all my years of coaching I haven't seen yet come together that fast. So we kind of have a joke about that I just recruited all the same exact personalities. And I was like, well, I don't try to, but like it just works that way. And so like the chemistry so far is so far along, where in years past you kind of know like the timing of when they should start like clicking and the chemistry should be there, but they're really early. And so I'm excited to kind of have that already set, and then we can just work on everything else on top of that. So.
Mya, do you want to jump in on that and what it's been like to get this group to start gelling at this point in the year?
Yeah, of course. Just piggybacking off of what Coach said, I think it's just been a sisterhood since the beginning. Like, we came in and we just gelled immediately. Like, I feel like at some points, Coach is like, dial it back sometimes in practice. But, like, it's truly a sisterhood out there. It's the best thing. It's the best environment to come in. I mean, I wouldn't want to get up at 6 a.m. with any other group of girls. You know what I mean? It's just the best environment possibly to step into in the morning. So it's perfect.
Coach might feel sometimes like you're having a little bit too much fun together out there on the court. That's not the worst thing you could possibly have, right?
It's not bad. We laugh a lot, which is really good.
Yeah. That's awesome. So going forward through this spring slate, what are your biggest goals for this group?
Just to give them every opportunity to be the best that they can be in this short amount of time, gearing them up for fall. I want them to be playing at the highest level that they can, so that when we hit fall, we can take it to another level. I think the biggest thing right now with the program and where it's at, they have to learn how I work, and they have to learn the systems and what we expect, and to get the program going in the right direction. And so I'm hoping that they're kind of learning those processes. I think they've learned a lot about Coach the last few months about discipline, and I like things done a certain way, and I'll hold you accountable. But at the end of the day, we have a really great time, and so probably those 2 things are most important.
Mya, I heard a yes in there as Coach was saying things like accountability and holding you to a particular standard. Was there anything particular that might have popped in your mind you want to share with folks?
I won't look at you. You can say what you want.
On the accountability standpoint, just anything tough.
Anything tough. Just kind of always establishing that kind of culture about it.
Discipline.
We talked about a lot of the new faces. Obviously, we don't have time to go through every single new player today, but talk about the 3 returners. Which ones are back from a season ago that folks might be familiar with, and how important they are to what you want to accomplish?
Okay, so we have Katie Holker. She's our outside. She was a freshman last year, so she's back, and it's been so awesome to see where Katie started last year to where she is now. That's one of the things that is fun with our coaching staff, that we talk about the growth that Katie's had. So she'll be big for us on the outside. We have Amanda back as well. She was our Lib last year. Well, she went in between Lib and DS last year, but again, it's just fun to see. You can just see the younger girls that have come in, and you can, not that we compare them, but you can see the difference of what 1 year is going to make for those girls. And so they've just stepped up their game so much. And then we have Julia here, and she's going to be a middle for us. And again, we talk a lot about Julia and how much she has changed from fall to spring, and just the speed and just being comfortable on the court. And those 3 have been really great leaders for us on the court. So
there have been a lot of new transfers, but there is still high school recruiting in college sports. You can't do it 100% in the portal, no matter what sport that you're talking about.
When it comes to smiles, Thunderbird fans know who to trust: Webster Orthodontics, the preferred orthodontist of SUU Athletics. They're the reason Thor the Thunderbird has that beautiful game day grin, and they can do the same for you. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, Webster Ortho provides personalized care and outstanding results, proudly supporting SUU athletics and our community. Visit webstersmiles.com today to schedule your consultation. Webster Orthodontics. Show off that Thunderbird smile.
So today's Pizza Hut Pizza My Mind question for you, Coach, is how do you balance that when you go about building basically a brand new roster, going after high school kids, but also understanding you have to bring in some transfers who might be a little bit more advanced than a first-year player?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And when I started looking at where we were going to be with recruiting, I knew I had to have a balance. And so we started with looking at okay, where are we at? It was easy to start with those high school kids because the portal opened quite a ways after their season. And so we were able to kind of narrow down. We needed a balance of high school kids because I can't have all of them be transfers or we're going to be doing this every single year. And so when I look at those high school kids, we have to be able to see the potential that they're going to have. Can I do certain things with them and get them to a certain point? They're obviously going to be a little bit behind on some things comparing them to a junior or a senior. So you have to kind of see the potential in them. And then I tried to balance it out. The portal was tough this year with getting a ton from the portal. And so I was able to kind of go back to the JUCO route and pull in some girls with experience they've done some great things at that level. And so my mindset was get a balance of it so that we're not having to do this every couple of years. We've got to even it out a little bit. So.
Mya, I want to start this next question to you because I don't know how much, if at all, players think about it. Southern Utah going back to the Big Sky after competing in the Western Athletic Conference last year. Obviously, you weren't a part of that team, but do players notice those sorts of things or pay super close attention? I can tell you externally we pay attention to a lot. I know a lot of the people that support SU athletics are excited about going back to the Big Sky, and the Western Athletic Conference was great for SU in a lot of ways. But does that factor in at all to your guys' discussions or just kind of the way that you bond or talk about trips?
Of course. I would say so. I mean, just going anywhere, traveling anywhere with those girls would be amazing and just having so much fun with them. But definitely I would say on the volleyball side of things, it would factor in just level of play and just seriousness on about it. Just a lot of connection would be built throughout that. So yes.
Coach, how do you look at the Big Sky and maybe any differences you see in that conference compared to the WAC?
So the Big Sky, I'm excited to go to it. Obviously, there's some big schools in there, and we've got a lot of work to do to get up to where we need to be with them. But I think with recruiting, it helped a ton. Being able to tell them, hey, we're going back to the Big Sky, and they know those schools, and especially where we're recruiting, trying to stay on the western half of the United States, they know those places, they know those schools, they're close to home, and so that helps a ton too. And then just the level of ball that they play, I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to put our girls up against kind of the systems that we run. We've watched a lot of film on what those other schools do, and I think we're going to match up really well with those schools. So,
is there a difference in style of play you feel at all between the WAC and the Big Sky?
Yes, yeah. I noticed a huge difference. The WAC, it seems to be a slower, paced game, and just really, really bigger girls so that they slow that game down. I feel like in the Big Sky, we speed things up a little bit. They run a little bit quicker offense. We still have, tall girls and we'll see, big blocks, big hitters, but I think that it's a little bit more comparable to the tempo and stuff that we run offensively. So
yeah, that's awesome. I know there are perhaps some that are looking forward to the travel being maybe a little bit easier in the Big Sky compared to what you had in the WAC. Some of those Texas schools just can be very, very long trips. Is that something that you're looking forward to as well?
Yeah, I'm so excited. It'll be so good. Texas was good one time, but then when you have to go back multiple times, you're like, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
You don't need to go back.
Okay, to maybe Northern Colorado is easier to get to than Tarleton State, just as one particular example. But Mya, talk personally as we move into our Visit Cedar City Bryan Head student spotlight. One question off the top before we get to the basic stuff. Okay. What do you want to improve upon the most during this spring slate?
Personally, the one thing I want to improve upon is just level of play. Coming here and learning the SUU volleyball style from Coach, just leveling up and just being the best player I can.
Now, tell everybody who might not know, name, hometown, why you chose SU, and what your major is, and then I'll pepper you with like 7 more questions after that.
Of course. Hi, my name is Mya Banks. I'm from Chino Hills, California. I'm majoring in criminal justice, and the reason I chose SUU is because of Coach. Just,
You're so sweet.
yes. Just the conversations, just the relationships that we built. I feel like it was just very personal to me. So that's what I was looking for.
And you were at UNLV before you came to Southern Utah. How long were you there, and what do you look forward to most about being at SUU?
I was at UNLV for 1 fall season, and the one thing I just look forward to about SUU is just making new relationships, new connections, and just taking this program as far as we can.
When you are not doing anything volleyball related with us, playing, practicing, working out, anything, watching film, any of that sort of stuff, what do you tend to be doing in town?
Listening to music. I have records.
Nice. You have actual records?
Vinyls, yes.
Do you have a record player?
Yes.
Where did you?
I didn't know this. I'm coming over.
Whoa, okay, okay.
Yes.
This is why we ask this sort of stuff. Okay, start with how did you get into records and what are your favorites?
Okay. So I got into records because of my grandparents. They have a whole vinyl record collection. I grew up like in oldies. Anytime I was in their car, it was oldies. So just any type of record. And they were like, Mya, here, we want you to have this. So they just passed it on. So yeah.
So do you have their record player?
Yes.
How big is it?
It's pretty big, like yay big.
But it has a flat base on it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the one there was one in my house growing up that belonged to my great grandmother, and it was like a cupboard.
Oh my God.
So that's what.
Yes,
okay,
I'm like,
okay.
That's what I remember.
That's what
too.
I was
Yeah.
envisioning. I was envisioning this thing that was literally this tall and was a cupboard that you would put the actual record onto, and so I'm thinking how you got that from your home all the way here, and it's just taking up space in your dorm room. So, what types of oldies did your grandparents get you going on?
Bill Withers, Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra.
Excellent choice.
Anything, all the the old Mexican music, anything like that.
Was there a particular era that you got drawn to, like 60s, 70s, 80s, or was just kind of all of the above?
Definitely 70s and 80s.
70s and 80s.
Yep.
That's
awesome.
yeah.
70s and 80s.
Yeah. That's knowing your audience. Knowing your audience, maybe accidentally, but right there, you just endear yourself to everybody that is here who probably knew everyone that you just listed. Whereas the younger folks who are listening, I hope none of them would ask who Frank Sinatra or Michael Jackson is. I would hope, but I really don't know. Coach, how did you not know this about Mya?
I don't know, because we talk about a lot, and that's one thing I didn't know. That's exciting.
How many records do you have here?
Currently, I have about 40.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes. And I just got a new one, Purple Rain by Prince.
Yes.
Iconic.
Yes.
That's incredible.
I'm so excited about that.
Do you play them in your dorm room and just say everyone else can listen to my music because my taste is superior?
Yes.
What does your roommate think about them?
I mean, she loves it. They love it. So, I mean, it's fine.
That's awesome.
It's
fine. Good enough as long as it's able to continue. Is this something that you will ask about for gifts for birthday or Christmas every? Oh, I would love to get that record or this record.
Yes, I would say so. It's been on my Christmas list, like my birthday list, every wish list. I would say at least one record would be on it.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
What's the most vintage record that you own?
Most vintage record, I would say. I have. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Purple Rain's probably got to be up there.
It's probably the most that I have here. Yeah, I would say Purple Rain.
That's the oldest one?
Yeah.
Do you have any other fantastically awesome hobbies that we should know about?
I like to crochet.
Really?
Yes.
So
Crochet,
so very secretly, you're going into your sophomore year?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going into your sophomore year, but very secretly you're going on 65.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great.
65-year-old sophomore Mya
Secret.
Banks. Everybody, that is maybe the greatest thing that has ever been revealed in the history of this particular show. Besides Cafe Sabor, obviously, which is great, and we appreciate hosting us for all of these Thunderbird Coaches shows. What have been some of your favorite places to eat in town?
Ooh, definitely Centro's Pizza. Top
Great pick.
number one. Yep.
Great pick. Coach, you in support of that pick?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so many good places in Cedar.
There really are. Centro would probably be my number one in town overall. I'm a big pizza guy. Big,
Okay.
Me too.
big-
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Centro is excellent. Someone out there is begging me to mention Pizza Cart as well. Because there's kind of, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. There's kind of it's Regan. It's Regan who wants me to do it. I knew someone wanted me to. There's kind of a faction if you dive as deeply into the Cedar City food scene as I obviously have. And people are very split and divided on Centro or Pizza Cart. You guys know what I'm talking about here? I got all head nods out there
Really?
in the audience. Yes, this is if you come across the right person, you can get a passionate argument about why one is significantly better than the other.
Oh, okay.
You really
I'm gonna
can.
try that.
Jennifer is understanding me on a spiritual level right now. And I'm very, very glad. I feel incredibly seen in this regard, or else I sound like a rambling maniac, which I might be anyway. But Mya, when you're not crocheting or record playing, is there anything about Cedar City or that's unique to Cedar City that you can't take with you that you've come to enjoy doing in town?
Doing hiking, the trails, all of it. It's gorgeous. Utah is like none other. Just being outside, the weather, it's gorgeous. It was just snowing, gorgeous, and now it's sunny and beautiful. Like you can do anything here. So just hiking, trails.
Had you been to Utah before you came to SUU?
I have not. This is first time.
So when was your first day in Utah?
January. When did I get here, Coach?
6th?
January 6th?
6th, around there.
Yep.
Was there a visit that predated that, or was it just nope? This is the place where I'm going to go. I trust
is my
Coach,
home.
and let's go. But enjoying it so far, yes.
Of course, I love it
Yes,
here.
that's fantastic. What is your earliest volleyball memory?
My earliest volleyball memory. Okay. I was 7, and I was playing for my club, Forza, and we had just won the tens championship.
You were 7,
Yes.
playing with 10-year-olds.
Yes.
She's pretty athletic.
That was the conclusion that I reached as well.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, that's. So did you just play with the 10s for?
Yeah.
What would that be? 4 years?
3-4 years. Yeah, we had to because that was like the lowest team they could make for us. So
So the
Join the
traveling
team.
coaches had to just come back and see you coming every single year and go, how in the world are we still going up against this girl?
Yeah, the
She's
next
been
year."
competing against us in the 10-year-old division for 3 years. Is that just how the club volleyball scene works?
back in the day, yeah.
Yep.
Is it different now, or is it still like that?
Yeah. No.
No,
actually,
and they move them up pretty quick, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So probably when she was 8, she's probably in the 12s, 14s, moving right along.
of course.
And now she's here
Now
at
she's here.
Southern
Yes.
Utah.
SUU.
Of course. Well, that's awesome. So we always end the coaches show with the opportunity for shout outs. So Mya, you can start anybody and everybody that you want to shout out.
Okay, yes. Hi. I'd like to shout out my mom and my dad, George and Christina Banks. I love you guys so much. And my grandparents, Corrine and Sam Sianis. Thank you so much for getting me here. I love you guys so much, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you at my game soon.
Awesome.
Oh, that was so good.
Coach, you want to try and top that?
No, I don't know.
Well, you have to.
Okay. Probably shout out to Calvin and the kids and Camber, my assistant. I don't know what I'd do without all of them. They're amazing. My team, they're amazing. Love all of them. Excited they're here. Rue. The athletic department, the admin, they're amazing. Love them and so thankful for them. And then all of our amazing sponsors and donors. And I got to give a shout out to Rich. He's been very helpful in this entire process. And I'm just grateful for everyone.
Got to shout out Regan
out.
Pizza Cart
Everybody
Hunsaker.
does.
I'm going to have to go there. I haven't even been there
It's
yet.
very good. You're going to have to wait a while. I will say it is worth the wait. It is different than Centro. It is just apples and oranges, but
Okay.
in the
I'll let you
pizza
know how it
regard.
goes
Okay.
when we get back on.
Sounds great. So pizza is as good of a note as any to wrap today's show. Thank you all for being here and supporting the SUU Coaches Show. As always, I'm Spencer McLaughlin. We'll see you next time, and until then, have a wonderful rest of your day.